All right. You guys are tuned in right now to the Shady Ass Tea. Am I too loud? Am I
No.
coming in clear?
Can they hear me in the back?
Listen, I am Fine Ass Tea Carrice. This is the Shady Ass Tea. I have my co-host, Sir,
Yo, yo.
live from Houston.
Really, I'm live in living color.
I see you. I see you over there in living color.
Live and in living color.
Good evening, y'all. It is Tuesday. Go ahead and click that share button and tell your friends about us. We are
Do
live
that.
right now. And I guess it's time to go ahead and get into it. So, as we
Yes.
do each and every Tuesday, we deliver the Shady Ass Tea. Sir, what's the
Okay.
tea?
I don't know where to start. I don't know where to begin. I think I want to start with Kanye. I think I kind of do
Okay.
because I want to get him out of the way because he be
Okay.
stressing me out.
Why are you stressing you out like that?
You know what? We've talked about this before. I don't. Okay. So people be like, oh, Kanye is a genius and all of that, and that's fine. But he is also, a narcissist. He's also a egomaniac. He moved in across. First of all, buying a house across the street from your ex-wife or your future ex-wife is a little crazy. Okay. It's a lot of
Do
crazy.
you think so? Because it sounds like
Yes,
It sounded like from the beginning, like they already had that agreement that he wasn't going to be living too far.
girl, but living too far and living across the street is not the same thing.
But is it technically across the street where they live, or is it down the street? I mean, I'm trying to see.
I'm not going to get into the justifying Kanye's crazy. Okay, he don't need to be moving across. He can live in the neighborhood over. He got enough
Listen,
cars and
I'm
enough
definitely,
time
I'm
to ride
definitely
up the
living
street.
across the street. Well,
No,
we co-parenting.
you don't
I'm
have to live
living
across the
across
street
the
to
street.
co-parent.
I'm definitely living across the street.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You need to be.
Like in my brain, like that's
We
exactly
don't. We
how.
don't need to be running into each other at the grocery store. Like
Why
that's
not?
that's not it. Because that's not tea. Like you don't need to be running into your ex at the grocery store.
Okay, there's a difference though. Like for me, I'm thinking if I'm separating from my ex or whatever, we still have children together. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
to have. We could actually have an amicable breakup. We didn't have to go through all the dramatics. So perhaps living across the street might not be a terrible idea. Maybe we best friends. What's his name?
Living
What's
across
his
the
name? Who
street
was
at
what's,
immediately as you're separating is not a good idea. Trying to
yeah, but
violate that lady's boundaries, knocking on her door, trying to get in her house when she's not there, not a good
now did
idea.
he say he was gonna do that?
Whether he said he was going to do it or not is still wrong. Like I can say, hey, I'm gonna be living on your porch for the next week and a half. Doesn't mean I should be living on your porch for the next week and a half.
But I'm saying that he didn't say that he was going to be over there violating her privacy.
He did though.
He wants the kids to be able to come and go.
Girl, that's a lie.
Listen, we
Lie.
go agree to disagree because
It's not.
I think that in the event that it was an amicable breakup
Don't seem
and
amicable
there
to
was
me.
no drama, like I could there's people that I could totally have had a baby with, and we could have
Mm-hmm.
lived across the street.
Mm-hmm.
We could have lived in the same damn house.
They not Kanye West though. All I'm
Let me
saying.
think this through.
All I'm saying is it's not a cute look to have moved like immediately after y'all separate. You moving across the street.
I
Like
think
it's
based
just
on their
not.
circumstances, but
It's
it's
not.
actually it's
If,
like
if, if y'all if y'all are breaking up, you do need time to a cooling period of time away from one another, and
I
you
don't think
living across the
so.
street from you do. You live.
I have had breakups where we just hung out the next following week, and it was what it was.
It's
Like,
not a breakup though. This is not a breakup. This is a divorce.
okay, a divorce,
And so in this divorce does not seem amicable
right? That's what I'm saying. In the event that it was an amicable. Why can't I say this word today?
because
In
it
the
don't
event
apply to this situation.
that it was an amicable divorce,
Uh,
then you could definitely say like moving across the street isn't that big of a deal. Didn't what's
uh,
who that just had just recently got a divorce and he lived with what's his name who does all this the karaoke shows, black dude,
Karaoke
bald
shows.
bald dang, what is it, like he like sing that line or what's my line,
Oh, Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady, right?
Hmm.
So him and his wife got a divorce, and then
Okay.
like he's best friends with them. Although he did say it takes time, so I feel you. I
That's
feel
all I'm
you,
saying.
but there are relationships that can break up, and you have already established a friendship. Now the
Listen,
likelihood of that, I don't know. I'm a different type of breed, so I don't
I
know.
don't think it has anything to do with breed. I think that it really is y'all just was like, we can't do this. And then you walk outside and buy the house across the street, bro. And to say it's about the kids, he is not broke. He ain't got to catch the bus over there. He can get in his car. He has enough time, but he have control of every second of his day. He can get in the car and plan time to go get his kids. Using the
So
kids
one
as a
thing
reason to high key stalk your wife
I would totally be Kanye. Like
is absolutely not.
let me have 4 kids. The kids are gonna be able to run in and out of the house as much and track up all the dirt and let all the air out as much as they want to because I'm across the street.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You're
And then
not here
then
for
he
it.
said he ain't getting invited to the birthday parties, and I don't believe that. I don't believe he's not getting invited to the birthday parties. I think that Kanye wants to be in control of Kim's life. He wants to still be her husband, and he hasn't.
Now,
Go ahead.
now, what do you think about? Okay, so do you have a clip to play or anything, or
I
with
don't. I
this
could.
situation?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so anyway, Kanye he goes and he does this rant in the car on Instagram or what Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
whatever he's using,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, hey, I'm pretty upset. I can't have this experience with my daughter at her birthday party, and they won't tell me where the birthday party is. Blah blah blah, yada yada yada.
Uh-huh.
Right? Somebody, Chris, obviously gets wind of it and was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we need to what is it like? Basically need to do some media control.
Right.
So she strategically, and this is so
Mm-hmm.
strategic, let's let Travis send him the
Mm-hmm.
information to come to the
Mm-hmm.
house. And then he can say Travis gave it to him because Travis
Mm-hmm.
needs that light to say that
Mm-hmm.
he basically tried to keep the peace
Right.
or let him see his kid or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what happened with that situation. I don't
Kanye
think that
don't.
he was
I
invited.
don't think. I don't think that Kanye needs. And even if he wasn't invited, he don't need to be invited to everything. He can have his
I
own.
think
He can have a separate party
I think
for
that
his
this
baby.
being see this is my thing is that I don't think that that's like you don't have to parent separately. Like you don't have to have parties separately. You don't have to. Like you can
And you
really
don't have to have them together.
you can really but you can invite the other person. Like, shout out to my sister because she a real one. Okay. And co-parenting I'm sure is a struggle sometimes, but
Mhm.
inviting the other person and the other parent and allowing them to experience that's an easy deed. It was easy peasy. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
I think that it depends on who you are and what stage you're at. Now,
it
this being
depends on the relationship the parents have because it's not
I don't
people know
think
it's
so. I
about the
think it
kid.
depends on the mature
It
person.
is it's not about being mature.
I think it's
It is about I know this person. I know what our relationship is, and I know this situation is not one that we need to be together. We don't need to be in the same room. You can have a birthday party. You can do whatever you want to do with on your end. It doesn't always have to be like co-parenting.
now
Doesn't
always
mean that
no.
I have to be in the same space with you all the time with our children. It means that we are both parenting our children. I don't have to be standing in
Always
front of you
no.
when I'm doing that.
Always no. But I don't know. I just think differently about the way that I would personally parent. Like our person in the event that my partner is separate from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just think that like I would want all of us to be able to go to Disneyland together, all of us to
Mm-hmm.
experience birthdays together.
Mm-hmm.
And of course you can have separate birthdays and each person should be invited to the other party or whatever
Mm-hmm.
like that ish. But I am also too like truly a person who is polyamorous, so I understand the love of more than one, and that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have anything to do with me being in a relationship with that person, but also
Mm-hmm.
having a friendship and a love for that person too, which a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people break up and they still have love for the person. But I think it's just different when you develop that type of love and then you have children involved. I just personally would prefer that the other partner be there, and I be there
Yeah.
too in the event that there are certain situations.
But
But everyone doesn't have, circumstances where it's where they're calm, or everybody is
well, it's
gung ho.
not even calm. It's just sometimes you don't need to be here. Thank you.
He's at
Like
the beach right now.
I
What beach you on?
I'm on enough of Kanye beach. Christmas beach. But like I said, I think that initially, like an initial breakup, especially a divorce breakup, especially if it's tumultuous, right? You need to be separate. There needs to be a point in time where y'all are not together, doing it together. Also, it's important for the children to understand that y'all are living separate lives. And so co-parenting, where it's like, oh well,
I don't know what that emoji is.
It looks like a beach. Where everything y'all do everything together, in my opinion, sometimes can confuse children because they think, well, mommy and daddy are still together. They need to understand that y'all are not together. Y'all are living separate lives.
Y'all chime in, because so the question of the day is, okay, and then we go on to some more shady ass tea. The question of the day is going to be this, and I guess I should type it, right? That should be. So the question is, after divorce, are we co-partying?
No. Not right away. Not right away. Eventually, yes. Not right away. Also depends why it also depends on why the marriage ended. Because if you're just in it because y'all ending, that's one thing. But there's other situations where you ain't coming. You can have a separate party over there. Just saying.
I've only had like maybe 1.5 relationships where I broke up and we didn't continue a friendship. So, I don't know. Nora Karma chime in. This is the question again. And the question is, after divorce, are we partying for the kids?
Co-party. Do we have a party together?
Well, today.
I'm telling you, it's because we're talking about Kanye. We'll move on.
So yeah, that's the word.
Hey, Malik, true.
All right. So what's some other shady ass? So long story short with Kanye. So anyway, Travis Scott gave him the address. He shows up. Then he gets back on Instagram. He's like, "Oh, thank you, Travis."
Because it ain't about his family; it's about him.
He said that he wanted to change the narrative of what how he has been represented for the past couple of years, and he says, "I want to take control."
He's in control of that narrative.
Do you think he was?
Yes,
I think he even respond.
I think 100% Kanye is in control of how people view Kanye. I do not think anybody else is in control of how people view Kanye but Kanye. I don't. I just don't. I feel like Kanye has enough brain in his head to control the narrative of himself. This situation is not about Kim. It's not about the kids. It's about Kanye. Like it all is. The only thing that matters to Kanye is Kanye.
I think the man deserves some grace. I think everybody deserves grace.
So there's a woman with 2 vaginas.
Correct.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
More often than not. I personally don't have 2 vaginas.
I was like, well, come on, more often than not. So
we can before we get into that, Nora Karma says, if they are arguing on a regular, no. Is that your final answer, Nora Karma? If we're on good terms, then yes, but without outside parties. Bullshit, Nora Karma. Malik says co-parenting is necessary for overall development of the child. Kanye is very self-centered, maybe even borderline. He's not borderline. He's definitely narcissistic.
100%.
Although I love me some Kanye, I think that he's.
But a spade is a spade.
You know what it is? I think he's a genius, and he plays a narcissist on TV.
Girl, no. Can we close the case on this? Because I'm about to hang up the phone. I got to go because Kanye is a hell no for me. Yeah, that motherfucker is a narcissist, and he ain't pretending to be nothing. He pretending to be sane.
Alrighty, well, let's close the case on Kanye.
All right.
we'll leave that question up for those of you who would like to tap in and leave your answers as well.
So the lady with the two vaginas, she uses one vagina for OnlyFans, and she used her one vagina for like being an escort and like business. She has a business vagina and a personal vagina, like cell phones, right? And I'm thinking to myself, how do you like? Do you count? Does your number? Do you have a consolidated number, or do you have like a separate spreadsheet for like the accounting vagina versus like the? I asked myself, what would I do? I think I would have separate numbers.
Absolutely, it's two different vaginas. And my question is that are they connected to the one ovaries? Like, how does that? Like,
okay, so she is pregnant right now.
And I want to quote what she actually said. She says, "I use one. What she say? I use one of my vaginas for like something like for business, and the other vagina is personal. It's for personal use.
Personal use, right? That's what I'm saying. It's like cell phones. You got a work cell phone and a personal cell phone, and so the work vagina, which you know what, I'm sure women read this article and was like, "Damn, I wish I had a business vagina." I wish I had a vagina for business.
I'm trying to use the damn vagina I got here. I'm trying to hoe out this whole vagina. This entire freaking however many years I've been, able to hoe out the vagina, and it's been unsuccessful. So
she's pregnant currently, but she can only get pregnant, I think, through one of the vaginas. She can't get pregnant through both.
Oh, so that's the one she used for business.
The personal vagina is the one she get pregnant through, I think. And you think she gets pregnant through the business vagina?
No, I think it's the personal.
Oh, I was like, I'm not.
No, I think that's the one she used for business. The one that gets pregnant. Only one of the vaginas is. So I wonder if she has any sensation. Like, I really have a lot of questions.
She does. She says she can enjoy. She enjoy sex is different. She can climax in both.
Clitoris.
I don't know.
Clitori. What do we call that? When it's
maybe they're was it multiple clitoris? Clitorises.
Clitori. We're gonna go with that.
We're going clitori. I like clitori.
I think I like that.
But she said sex feels different in each vagina. And I don't know if. See, here's the thing. I don't know if sex feels different because she's telling herself that this vagina is a business vagina. So I'm here showing up to do work. Like you got work friends, and so like your relationship with your work friends is different than like your friends. You know what I'm saying? So like this vagina doesn't tell everybody everything, but this vagina, you cry with. You know what I'm saying? So like that's maybe that, but she's saying the sex does feel different, but she enjoys sex in both vaginas. She's pregnant with her second child. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do her like that.
But that's what it sounds like based off of what you're saying. You're saying that she basically has somebody beat up the business vagina.
Just because it's a business vagina, excuse me, she can have a business that is exclusive. She can have a custom, You
said she's
curated business.
Why you let me have the screen like this whole time, sir?
I don't listen. I don't know nothing about nothing on how to fix nothing. I barely use this microphone.
Life like that no more.
Okay. But
she says she has full sensation in both vaginas. I just wonder, does it come with two clitori? And then it does do it. Like, can you climax with both? And then, like,
what I'm saying, I don't want to say it's loose though, because she's having a lot of sex. Just because she's having a lot of sex, don't mean it's loose. She may have a workout for her vaginas.
I mean, people getting their vaginas rejuvenated all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Young folks, old folks, ratchet folks, loose folks, whatever. They just get it rejuvenated. But anyway, my concern would be is that so she has the two vaginas and only one of them is connected to the ovaries.
Right.
You know what? Okay, first of all, I just thought about something. Okay. Because
does she have two periods?
Child, no, because she only has one set of ovaries. But where is the flow? Is it only flowing from one?
I need to see this.
Like, what do these cramps look like? Like, I would be devastated. That's probably sucks.
Right. I need to see this vagina because is it like bunk beds? Is it like side by side? Like, is it literally two vaginas, or is it like one actual vagina and one labia majora, labia minora, and like two holes?
I would assume that it's two holes because I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, child. And then how do you tell? Like, you in the moment, you'd be like, no, use that, use the one on the left.
I think that's more, and like I don't want to laugh because it's not. I'm not like laughing at the lady, but like I think
it's not funny. It's not her fault. But
yeah,
I'm really trying to process
yeah.
through like how that would work. Like if they're in the moment, and then too, like that's a lot to tell. Even if you're like what is it called, like a hermaphrodite, right? Like that's a lot of extra conversation to have. Like you got to be like, by the way, before we get into this, I have a penis and a vagina. Like that's a whole separate conversation. Now you got to be like, well, I have two vaginas. Does the person get excited or do they get confused?
Well, I guess if you're a sex worker,
it was you. Let's say
if it was me, okay.
Let's say you meet somebody. Y'all going on a couple dates. Like, is this something you expect to be told on the first date?
No, I do not.
Okay, so this is the fourth date. Y'all really like each other. Y'all getting the heat in the moment. And then she stops and she's like, by the way, sir, I have to tell you that I have two vaginas.
I would probably laugh. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you my honest. Initially, I would probably laugh because I think she was joking. Right? I would like, girl, shut up. You ain't got two vaginas. That's hilarious, right? And then she would be like, no, sir. Literally, I have two vaginas. My second response would be, can I see it? I would be excited. I want to see it. I want to go back to the house right now. Check, please.
Y'all at the house. Y'all making out. Y'all about to get into it.
Pull it down. Let's see what's happening. Legs up.
And then what?
We going to which one? Do I use both of these? I need to know. Like, is
no? Which, you only use the one on the left.
So left one. Okay. So what happens if I accidentally?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was asking.
Like what if we change in and I it's a lot of focus I got to keep because I got to make sure I'm entering on the left hand side. I got to go into the entrance door. You know how like at Walmart they have the two doors, and like if you walk up to one won't open. I'm trying to make it applicable to like things that people use on an everyday basis. But all people aren't using two vaginas at the same time on an everyday basis. They're using two doors though.
I have a whole lot of questions. Maybe I wish we could interview her because I really have a lot of questions. And like
not in like a condescending way, but like really, I really want to know.
Like really, like how does this work? Like that's a lot. It's like
how much I need to know how much our OnlyFans is because I feel like she should be like premium OnlyFans. Because
I mean, I guess we could look it up.
I guess.
Do you know her name?
They didn't. The article I read did not have her name in it. They just said.
Did you see the picture of her?
Yeah, she's all right. She's not a. I mean.
Yeah, she wasn't like a 12 or nothing. This one, and I'm saying says pregnant.
Yeah, so she's pregnant with her second child currently. She cannot have a vaginal birth. She does have to have a C-section. She has to have her the baby removed. So I mean, that kind of sucks that she can't have a vaginal birth. I don't know. I don't have a vagina, so I don't know if that sucks or not. But I know cesarean sections are a longer recovery period. That's why I say that sucks. But yeah. Okay. So speaking of OnlyFans, what's the boy name?
Soulja Boy.
Go ahead. You go ahead. You go on because you're like you seem excited about Soulja Boy's OnlyFans.
I really have not seen Soulja Boy's OnlyFans. I see him post pictures and he got a big old thing. I mean, but that's to be expected. Usually the slim fellas, come out with the extra leg, and it just is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised. I did not see the sex tape, although I did attempt to Google it. Okay. I can't get my Twitter to watch porn. I don't know what is wrong with my Twitter.
You got parental controls on your Twitter?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I tried to Google, try to see how I could watch porn on. They said you had to go and reset take some
Hmm.
settings. I'm like, I don't know.
I can watch porn on Twitter. I don't even have a Twitter.
You know, so remember the one time that I was on here Googling, okay, and then the stuff came up on Twitter. I was not
uh,
on Twitter. So I'm like, why can't I see this stuff off of Twitter, but I can't see it
hmm
on Twitter? I'm so confused. But anyway, long story short, no pun. He apparently has a sex tape out. Did you see it?
No, I did not.
And it leaked
I
or
was, I was,
something. I
I
did see a
was.
picture of his thing though. Rather humongous.
No one comment say he looked like it smelled like hot dog water.
That's what you okay.
She
I
said it
mean,
looked like a
he
stank.
looks like he's a little smelly. We gonna talk about smelly before I get off of here, too.
I was upset that there was no Jill Scott sex tape.
For real. And Jill Scott got on
I,
Twitter. Jill Scott was like, got on Twitter and was like, tag me, like let me see.
right. I
Like,
was upset that there was no Jill Scott sex tape. Like, fuck, if Jill Scott put out a sex tape right now, I'd walk away from this situation to go watch it.
first of
and
all, we'll figure out how to watch it on here, child.
we
Blare it
gonna be
up.
streaming the Jill Scott sex tape. When somebody called me, was like, "I'm so mad." I'm like, "Well, what happened?" They tricked me until it was a hoax. There's no Jill Scott. I was like, "Jill Scott sex?" Man, look, all day long I watched that.
Yeah, she got on Twitter and was like, somebody tag me. Like, yeah, I'm for sure watching that. I'm gonna be like, I ain't gonna be able to come in today.
Not at all.
Because what had happened was Jill Scott.
Right.
Katie.
I need a personal day. Okay. I need a personal day and a few gallons of water.
I don't know who I'm gonna call, but I'm gonna call somebody.
Right.
Tell them I ain't gonna make it in.
You gotta call your boss, child. You gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, "Look, today is for you.
Today's for Jill Scott. You
Today
know
is for Jill. It's Jill Scott Day."
exactly. So yeah, that's the word on that.
So, did you see this video of this pastor?
Oh my gosh, are you about to play this clip?
No, I can't.
Oh my gosh, listen, this morning I was listening to the Breakfast Club. Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
Mm-hmm.
I'm brushing my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
The clip comes up. The clip is playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. With his hawk. And I'm brushing my teeth. I almost threw up. I was like, oh my God. I had to stop. I had freaking toothpaste dripping all over my mouth.
Listen,
I had to get my phone so fast so I could stop it because I was about to throw up.
Yeah, I couldn't watch
it.
I couldn't rewatch that.
I felt like we should make them watch it and then because everyone has to hear that hawk at least one time. Do you know that was his brother? So anyway, long story short, pastor gets on.
Girl.
We gotta find the clip.
Listen, I'll tell you what he did. You can find the clip. I'm gonna tell you what he did.
What's his name again? Pastor what?
Mike Todd with 2 D's. From the I'm going to call it Reflection Transformation Church. Is the name of the church.
I might need to go get
what? It's so nasty.
And then he had a response to it too. So
so he's talking to people about when things get ugly and nasty, when things get nasty, that people want to turn away from God, turn away from Christ. And this man spits in his hand.
Wait, I'm gonna have to for real mute. Wow.
Okay,
I'm gonna put this up. I'm not even gonna let you have to explain this, but we go
ahead.
Click the share button one time because other people need to hear this. Goodness gracious.
Go ahead. Because it's oh Lord. Here we go.
But you
I can't even listen.
And this is where most people would not face Jesus anymore. What most people would do is turn away. What I'm telling you, is just as he's physically standing here, knowing what's coming, God's saying, can you physically and spiritually and emotionally be able to stand when getting the vision or receiving it might get nasty? I'm gonna say it in a point just like that. Receiving vision from God might get nasty. You mean, God, I just bought, in crazy faith, I just bought my dream car. And now you're going to ask me to sell it back and ride in the hoopty again? Yeah, because the vision I'm about to give you, it might get nasty. And do you hear and see the responses of the people?
I cannot watch this anymore. I am throwing the fuck up. I cannot. I can't.
Okay. So here's the thing. Then he said, I think this motherfucker spit twice, hockaloogie twice in his hand. Twice. Okay. And then rubbed it in like he was about to apply foundation on this man's face. Okay. And it was so sticky and drippy that the man had to pull it off his lip.
We give it too many descriptions.
Listen, you can walk. I need to understand.
That is his brother. So it allegedly was his brother. I'm gonna go ahead and play his response too, because so that was allegedly his brother.
Talking about receiving vision can get nasty. That's not no vision.
Child, listen, hold on. Let me play this man's response, because I literally almost threw up when I was like, we would have been like, rest in peace to my sister. There's no way in freaking holy hell that would have happened.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having an amazing Monday. I just want to acknowledge what happened yesterday when it hit the fan. I watched it back, and it was disgusting. Like, that was gross. I want to validate everybody's feelings. That was a distraction to what I was really trying to do. I was really trying to make the word come alive and for people to see the story. But yesterday it got too live, and I own that. And I just want to make sure people know that we want to help people. We want people to see Jesus. We want people to feel loved. We want people who are desperate to be able to find hope. And I'm passionate about that, so much so that I try to do extreme things to help people get it. And yesterday it crossed the line. So I love you guys. I appreciate everybody that's been praying for us and sending us messages. And to anybody who just saw that 3-minute clip, I really encourage you to go back and watch the whole message. There's some truth and some life in there that could potentially change your whole life. Jesus spit on that man. He was blind, and then he could see.
It was not literal, my guy.
And honor so much. I just called him. He was bald before I spit on him, and he's still bald today. So no miracle here. And so next time I'll rethink and do something differently. I love everybody. I'm praying for everybody. And Transformation Nation, thank you for riding. We're going to represent God to the lost and found for transformation in Christ. All right, everybody, have an amazing week.
Okay, so people get spit in their mouth all the time. People get down on their knees, open their mouth, get their mouth spit in. Okay,
we're talking about a loogie.
I'm talking about a loogie too.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Listen. People are into lots of freaky shit. Okay, they be spitting it. They spit. Come on, Ariel McKnight. They be spitting in each other's mouths. They be pissing on each other. Listen, you been to church?
My man said, he said, Jesus spat in his eye. And
he didn't spit in his eye. He spit in the dirt that made mud, put the mud on his eye. He didn't let it go spit in his eye. That's not what happened. That's not the story. But I'm a mind my business. my business. Yeah. I just think it's this poop on the table. I just think it's one of those things where pastors are trying to go viral. Like that man flying out of the pulpit.
You think that he was trying to go viral with that?
Yes, and it literally viral too. He's about to get that man COVID. He sounded like he had Omicron
Clutch my pearls
in the back of his throat, and he just gave it to that man. I can't. I won't participate in that.
I'm suing. I'm suing. I don't care if I was your brother, your cousin.
I think it was the way he took the spit off his lip and just threw it on the ground.
I've heard enough. Let's close the case on this freaking crazy ass Pastor Todd. Okay, and his muse. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so Nick, what's the boy name? MGK and Megan Fox are engaged.
I really have to get myself together after that.
They're engaged. They got engaged. He says he posted it on his social media. She posted it on hers, and they weren't expecting anybody to be excited about them getting engaged. They didn't expect it to be a big news story. She says she's not on social media like that, so she doesn't know what people think about her social media. But in the video of him proposing to her, there's a couple of angles. And so I'm confused as to why there would be multiple angles if he said, because all I did was just set my phone. What he said was, I just set my phone against the cup and proposed to her. But it's like cinematography. And they drank each other's blood.
Maybe he was using Switcher for, they're using the same similar programs to what we're using.
But what are we doing right now, though? We want people to see this, right? He's saying that he was just recording for himself, and it was like, oh well, I'll post it because I want to be in control of the narrative. I want to break the news. I don't want somebody else on someone's shitty cell phone to break the news about us being engaged.
So maybe he got more than one phone. Why can't we let him be
set
great?
up more.
You don't want him to be great?
I would love for him to be great. I would love also for him to stop acting like he is anti-fame and he didn't do this shit. It wasn't a story. He didn't know it was going to be a story, and she didn't know it was going to be a story. Also, they drank each other's blood.
Yeah, I heard her say that. I don't know if that's the truth. I'm going to go ahead and play this clip real quick of their proposal. But my thing is that who is this news source? Shout out to Today. So this is a news source from Today. Let's see. Let's see all these angles. Let's see.
Sharing in the caption that Machine Gun Kelly popped the question underneath a banyan tree that holds sentimental value in their relationship. Megan writing in the caption, and just as in every lifetime before this one, and as in every lifetime that will follow it, I said, well, yes. Machine Gun Kelly sharing a look at not one on that ring, but two unique diamonds. Well, one's a diamond, actually. The other one is an emerald, I believe. Their birthstones being held by this sort of thorn was the idea of them coming together, making
beautiful. So this is the thing is so on that clip, I did see the angles that you mentioned. I mean, you wouldn't set up multiple phones?
I wouldn't record it.
I would record it.
I wouldn't. That's not something I would record. I would want it only to be something for me and the person I'm proposing to. It's something that's important to me. That's for me personally.
I'm actually about to download the app that allows you to do that, so I can use it for a podcast. But it's. I mean, I would want to record it if I'm proposing. I would like for it to be recorded. It doesn't have to be posted to social media,
right.
But I would probably want it for myself or to show to my kids later or something like that.
Okay, Now
Period.
let's talk about
Period. Ariel.
Listen, I need y'all to stop judging me. Let's talk about this ring though. Beautiful ring.
Mm-hmm.
2 stones. One is an emerald, which is her birthstone. One is a diamond, which is his birthstone. Held together by a magnet. It is also, the bands are thorns, and so it hurts to take it off. Because love is pain. And they've walked through hell together, according to her. And he wants her to know that taking this off, or removing this, is not going to be easy. It's not an easy thing. Now the ring can turn into 2 rings once they take once they're apart and the magnets are separated. It could be 2 separate rings. But as on her finger, they're held together by one, become 1 ring. So 2 become 1.
Exactly. First of all, like, I'm not putting a ring on my hand. Like, tell me everything about the ring before you try to put it on my fingers, child. Mm-hmm. No, we're good.
I just listen. I think that's their relationship. They have one of those, I'm a witch, you're a warlock type of relationships.
Do you think the drink the blood thing was a real thing?
Yeah, I do. Because I think what's the witch's name? Angelina Jolie.
The vampire? Ain't she a vampire?
She's a witch.
Okay, but she drank blood?
Mm-hmm.
Whose?
And she's Billy Bob Thornton.
Not Billy Bob's.
She did, and she carried it around her neck too. She carried a vial of his blood.
Carrying it around your
neck. She drank it and carried a vial of his blood around. She drank his blood, I believe, on a red carpet.
It's been an interesting Tuesday. Okay. This Tuesday has been something else, I tell you. Okay.
Were you prepared for this Tuesday? Are you prepared for Jehovah's return?
Clearly we need to have.
If you're not,
we need to have loogies sit on us and
drink some blood.
I feel it here in my throat. This man. And them spit in our face, slap it in our faces, and drinking blood and
and thorn rings and 2 vaginas.
It's been quite an interesting.
Maybe the 2 vagina lady can get with her. Her vagina is a multifamily unit.
We'll never get her on the show now.
Poor taste. Sorry, you guys. So much. Maybe she can. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it in to be any other thing but a joke. But maybe she could do a video with Soldier. What do you think?
I think that thing might hurt.
I
think that thing might hurt. But anyway,
one of the hosts said it won't get hard because he stay coked out.
Yeah, I really wish he would get off drugs. You know what? And this is what I want to do. I want to shout out to all of the rappers who are throwing the drugs away and going vegan. I'm here for this. Okay. Shout out to
vegan drugs.
Shout out to NLE Choppa. What?
You said vegan drugs?
No, they're throwing the drugs away joking. And going vegan. Okay. And I think that's definitely something that needs to happen because all these Percocets and this lean and all of this stuff is like really damaging them. We don't even know what the hell they're saying. They don't even know what the hell they're saying.
That's true.
So, shout out to them, those folks that are just throwing the drugs away and just being like, forget it, like living their best lives and taking care of themselves. I'm here for that.
Absolutely.
What other tea you got for us, sir?
I just want to talk about the British Vogue cover, the February British Vogue cover with all the African models on the cover.
Do you have it?
I'm pulling it up now.
Alrighty. So I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they was like, "Where they get all them beautiful black women from at the same time? They must have made them." What? I was like, "What? Really?"
Yes, they did. But yeah, I when I saw the cover, I thought it was one of the most beautiful covers I had seen ever, ever. But I did see people talking shit about how dark the women on the cover are. So this is the cover, and they said that they put a blackening filter on the ladies.
You think they did? I thought.
No, I don't think they put a blackening. I think the only people that have a
said
problem
that?
with black skin, some black women. The only people that have a problem with black skin and dark skinned women is other black women. I do.
Is that alleged or that's a fact?
Is what a fact.
What you just said.
I have never encountered.
No, I just want to know if it's
more.
alleged or if it's a fact.
It's allegedly.
Okay, so it could have been white people.
No. They'll talk about this cover. It was black women that was talking about this cover. That's a fact.
About it having a filter on it.
Having a filter to make them blacker.
Now, I think that it's important to understand that there definitely is a colorism situation. You know, women who are browner than other brown women, you know, tend to sometimes say some things about lighter skinned women or darker skinned women, and it's vice versa. And vice versa. It happens both ways, which I think that it doesn't need to happen. Like, that's just got to stop.
It has to. It has to.
So
I don't think that all black women have a problem with dark. I think that, but when I hear somebody talking about the color of a black woman's skin,
you know what I hate to hear, and oh my god, it like does something to me. Like when people say, "Oh, chocolate this" or "chocolate that," like I'm chocolate or something, or you know, I'm like, I don't like that.
Why?
Because I feel like that's part of the colorism. Like that's part of like you identifying within your brown. Like you know, you're identifying within your brown that you're different, and and it shouldn't be that way. You know, so and I think that has already been, we have perpetrated that you know, narrative for far too long. You know, we need to stop doing that.
Okay.
I like saying chocolate. I'm here for it.
Yeah, I like saying chocolate because
you know who say stuff like "I'm chocolate," me. I'm chocolate, okay? Mind your business, okay? I'm tired. We all shoot. The chocolatest thing you never seen in your life, child.
For sure.
Yeah. So,
child, that's what I got for you this evening.
Goodness gracious. I want to go back to the question of the day, and I want you guys to chime in because the question was, what was the question?
After divorce, are we having co-parties? Are we parenting in parties together? Are we co-partying with the kids?
For those of you who are on the live, real quick, and can answer, we still got like 3.5 minutes left before we start to sign off. But the question is, after divorce, are we co-partying for the kids? So
are we doing separate parties?
We were talking about Kim and Kanye wanted to be invited to the party which was at Kylie's house for Chicago, right? Yeah.
Yes. Who's rude?
Hella rude. Goodness gracious.
How was I being rude? What did I do?
Nora Karma, I'm calling all types of cap because don't play with me. Don't play with me while I'm live on the internet. Okay, because that's cap like
no. And I'm not putting your name on this gift. This gift is not from us. This gift is from me.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're saying, are you inviting the other person? Like we're saying, like so the comment says depends if the other is invited. Yeah, but we're saying are you inviting the other person? Like for me, I said, hey, if we you know going to a divorce, like I would prefer that we both co-parent and both be at the birthday parties or whatever. I personally haven't had very many breakups where we just don't ever talk to each other again, and it's some drama and all of that stuff. So preferably, I would like for the kids to see both of the parents. So at any function, right? I'm okay with that. But I also live a different lifestyle as well. So like I could have a polyamorous relationship with the other parent, and then still have my other relationship, without having a sexual relationship with the other parent. So
I think that in this particular situation, it needs to be separate for a while until Kanye figures out what Kanye want to do.
Nora Karma, don't make me post birthday pictures. On the screen, child.
Not birthday pictures. Yeah. Good night. Thank you so much for coming to my TED Talk. We have been Shady ST with Sir and Carrice. For real.
Nora Karma. Listen, Nora Karma says no. Your girlfriend kids needs to stay at home too.
Your girlfriend kids
what?
need to stay home.
The show is over, okay? Because the level of cap that we are posting right here on these comments, okay? Because don't let me post a picture with the girlfriend and the girlfriend kids, child, at the birthday party. Stop while we're ahead.
She says,
Sir,
"Stop the cap."
Did you get your Instagram going or not? What's the word?
You know what? I forgot.
So Sir's gonna get his Instagram back up and running this week.
I am.
In the meantime, you follow him on Facebook. Where?
At Sir Armstrong. It's on the list. It's on the list of my this is my to-do list. So it's a long list of things to do. That's not cap. I don't know if that cap was for me. I'm leaving y'all. I'm done with this. I don't have time for this. I feel judged.
Alrighty then. So listen, you can follow me on every single social media platform at eCarrice. That's ECARRICE. And you can catch us right here each and every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on hot7025fm.com. Sir, you got any words of wisdom or anything like that you want to share with the people before we sign off?
You ain't coming to my birthday party if we not married. Bye.
It's gonna be a long week. That is all I have to say here, y'all. We love you.
Love you.
Bye.